Hey friends, it's Amy Dad, the Keto Queen. It's Monday and I'm super excited to be home and to show you something new. Now, when I first got started, first I need to know who's new here. If you're new and you're like literally new to low carb or keto living, I would love to know who's new by putting new here. And if you want getting started tips, put getting started in the comments because guys, I've been doing this for 5 years and I feel amazing. And am I perfect? Absolutely not. But I'm living a lifestyle that's so doable. And I love to cook and I used to hate to cook. And I love the grocery shop and I used to hate the store. Like I have just changed everything. And guys, when I very first started, I fell in love with zoodles. And when I first started, I made all kinds of recipes with zoodles and like just all kinds of, just like I would just play around. And now I have found, finally, I finally decided to try spaghetti squash for the first time. And now I'm just playing around with spaghetti squash. So tonight I've got a chicken verde recipe that we're making up together. And we're using spaghetti squash. So if you're new here, I would love to hear new here. And if you want some getting started tips, put getting started in the comments. I'm going to show you how fast and easy it is to be awesome in the kitchen. Your family love you in the kitchen, but you don't have to make anything complicated. Hey, I see you guys. Hey, Karen, is that Lona? Hey, Lona, how are you? Thank you for telling me you're new here. I'm so excited. I'm in Jackson, Tennessee, between Memphis and Nashville. My name is Amy. I've got 2 adult kids. One just turned 26 Saturday, and one's turning 23 in just a couple of days, or actually a couple of weeks on June 2nd. And me and my husband are just empty nesters. My daughter got married in October. My son bought a property before that and moved out. So it's just me, my husband, and my 3 puppy dogs. We love our fur animals. So we have a fur family. We got Frankie a little bit and May, Frankie being the baby. And I have been living this way for 5 years now. I just love to keep things super simple, but watch the fat just melt off my body. I have been maintaining my fat loss now for 4+ years and just feeling the best ever. So if you're new and you want getting started tips, put getting started in the comments so I can send you some information. But let's get busy because like I'm ready to eat. It's been a busy work day and me and Ricky are home. Ricky's out in the backyard cleaning around the pool and I'm in the kitchen. And we're having fun in the kitchen because we're making something new. And I have no idea if this is going to be delicious or not, but I can't imagine it being not delicious. So after we're done with this meal, I will post a picture of the plated dish and tell you guys if I loved it or if I'm going to change it next time. And if it's delicious, it's going to go in the recipe blog, which I love the recipe blog. All right, so we've got a hot skillet. What I've done so far for you, before you guys jumped on, is I went ahead and put my spaghetti squash in the microwave for 6 minutes. And then I cut it in half, took the seeds out, and it's in the oven. So my spaghetti squash is almost done. We're going to finish it up together. And then I also took a pound of chicken breast and I cut them into chicken chunks. And we cooked the chicken chunks in a little bit of butter. That's all I've done. So now we're going to go ahead and make our sauce. We want to do this while the spaghetti squash is cooking. That way when it's finished, we are finished. So we're going to start off with 2 ounces of cream cheese. And you can do more if you want to. I cut my spaghetti squash, but I want to make sure there ain't no seeds on it. Now you can do more of the ingredients if you want to. You can do less. But I'm going to show you what I'm doing tonight. And like I said, I may change it up next time. So I will post this recipe later. It's in there now. But I will let you know if I plan to do anything different with it next time. I think it's going to be delicious. So we've got a little bit of cream cheese, 2 ounces of cream cheese. And we're just going to melt it on this hot stovetop. So I call it an eye. I'm from the South. This is an eye. It is a stovetop, but this is my hot eye. So I've got this on the hottest eye of my stovetop. And now we're going to add in some heavy cream. Now I'm going to do 1/4 cup of heavy cream. I may do more. So I'm going to do a 1/4 cup. Actually, I'm going to do a little more. So about a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. And we're just going to continue to let this cream cheese soften, really get good and melted before we add our next ingredient. So the next ingredient is pretty simple though, guys. And this is almost done. Like this is going to be super fast, which is what I love. I love to be in and out of the kitchen so I can play with my puppies, so I can walk. I just finished up 7,000 steps in the backyard. I had about 4,000 when I got home, and I just got out in the backyard after I cut that spaghetti squash and just got my arms a-moving. And I am doing really good tonight, so I'm super excited about dinner, but I like to be in and out of the kitchen. That's one thing you'll find about my page is it's fast. Okay, now when we're making a sauce for any kind of pasta, the great thing about it is you can add more or less heavy cream as you go. because you may want it creamier, you may want it thinner. So I'm gonna pull this off the heat because we don't want to overcook that heavy cream. Not heavy cream, the cream cheese. And now we're gonna add sour cream. I'm gonna do a full 1/4 cup of sour cream. Like, I love sour cream. If you don't like sour cream, you can leave this out. But I'm just making this up as I go, and I think it's gonna be delicious. So we're gonna do a 1/4 cup of sour cream right into this sauce that we're making up on the stovetop. And the next ingredient is salsa verde. I love salsa verde, and I only cook it every once in a blue moon because I love it. Now, what is salsa verde? It's the green salsa. It's the green salsa. And we're gonna put that straight into this skillet. And I'm gonna show you the packaging in just a second to make sure you know what salsa verde is, because a lot of people don't. They really don't know what salsa verde is. And we're just gonna stir this in. So I've got 2 ounces of cream cheese. I did a little bit of a 1/4 cup, a little more than a 1/4 cup of heavy cream. We just added a 1/2 cup of salsa verde. Yes, and it looks delicious. We're not done yet. We're gonna add some salt and pepper just to taste. Now, you can measure it out if you want to. We're just gonna taste the salt and pepper. And I did salt and pepper the chicken. So a little bit of salt and pepper to taste. We're not done, we're almost done. We're gonna do a whole tablespoon of cilantro. Like, who loves cilantro? I love these little fresh packs, the little cilantro in the produce section. I love these. You can buy them fresh, and it's just as fresh as can be. You put the top on it and let it dry out, and then you can use it as a dry herb too. But we're gonna do a whole tablespoon of cilantro. All right, and I'll put my top right back on it because we'll use that again later. And I can tell you right now, I'm looking at that and I'm seeing that it's pretty thick. So I'm gonna go ahead and pour some more heavy cream in. We can cook it down to thin it out if we want to. You can also add a little bit of chicken broth or a little bit of water to thin it out if it gets too thick. So let me show you that salsa verde, because a lot of people don't know what it is. Let's just see here. Can you see? Ooh, too close. Can you see that salsa verde? There we go. There we go. Salsa verde. You can look at all the different brands. Some of them have different carb counts. This one is pretty low. Let's see if we can help figure this out here. So let's look at the carb counts. You'll see, is it too blurry? You'll see the serving size right here, 2 tablespoons. So it's got 2 carbs and no fiber, right? No fiber, so it's 2 carbs per 2 tablespoons. So that's a carb per tablespoon. And I used a 1/2 cup, so it does add up, and that's okay because that is primarily the carbs in this dish besides the spaghetti squash. Sorry, I'm trying to help us out. All right, so we're gonna stir in our last ingredient, which was that cilantro. And we're gonna put it right back on the hot eye to get it simmering because we do want it to be warm. What we're gonna do next is put our chicken right back in here. Now, you can put the chicken in the sauce or you can leave the chicken separate. But what we're gonna do is take out this spaghetti squash. We're gonna fork out the pasta. We're gonna put the pasta on the plate, the chicken on a plate, the sauce on the plate. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be so good. I just got a feeling it's gonna be delicious. I am gonna do a quick taste test as soon as I get it warm to see if I wanna do anything else. Now, cheese. I've got some cheddar cheese. You can put the cheddar cheese in it, or you can just put it over the dish. I'm trying to decide what I wanna do. I think I might just do a little bit of both. So let me do that. We're gonna open up the cheese. Like I said, if this gets thick because the heavy cream thickens, you can add a little splash more of heavy cream to thin it out, or you can put a little bit of water or a little bit of chicken broth, either one. It'll thin it out for you. All right, that's hot. Let me get a paper plate. I don't have any paper plates. Yeah, I do. Here's one. Frankie Sue, what you doing? Oh my goodness, y'all, I didn't tell you Frankie Sue went back to the doctor today to get her 3rd set of baby shots. And guess what? That girl is growing up to be a little lady. She has gained another pound. That dog is now 10 pounds and 5 ounces. And I'm just so in love with her. But she's growing up. She's getting so big. So we're just going to shred up a little bit of cheddar cheese. I'll put a little cheddar in my sauce, and I might just go ahead and shred some up for the top of my pasta as well. Now, you don't have to use cheddar. You can use anything. You actually can leave the cheese out. If you guys don't love cheese, you can leave the cheese out, but I love cheese at my house. And I'd probably say about a 1/2 to a full cup. So we're just going to put that right into the sauce. Right into the sauce. That looks yummy. It looks yummy. And I love to play around with recipes. So this is just something we're making up here tonight. Instead of making a casserole with cauliflower that you guys know Ricky does not necessarily love. We're gonna make it with spaghetti squash. So you guys are fixing to see me put that spaghetti squash to the test. We're going to go ahead and fork it out and show you how easy it is. I never thought it was that easy. I just kind of have ignored spaghetti squash because it takes so long to cook in the oven. Because you guys don't want to be in and out of the kitchen within 30 minutes. And it takes 35 to 40 minutes to cook it. But then I decided, man, I can go out in the backyard and walk while that's doing that. So, I mean, why not? Let's try it. And I fell in love. Okay, now this sauce is kind of thin. See that? It's kind of thin. Those are holes in my spoon. I got a slotted spoon. So I do want to simmer this just a second, just to get it to thicken up, and I do want to taste it. So let me get a little, let me just put this in here and get that sour cream off, and I'll taste it on this spoon. I want to taste it to see if it needs any salt, pepper, or maybe even a little bit more cilantro. This is just for me and Ricky. Woo, man, that's good. That is super yummy. The cilantro is delicious. I'll put a little bit more salt and pepper. And that cheddar cheese is good. It's all good. Now, the only thing that's really seasoning this is the salsa verde, okay? And the salt and pepper. That's the only seasoning in there besides that beautiful cilantro. And I'm going to put just a little bit more because I love cilantro. Just a little pinch. Little pinch. Like I said, this is my recipe. I'm just making it up as I go. You guys can change it or make it your own. Absolutely no hard feelings if you don't love all of my recipes. But I love them all. All right, I'm just going to stir this up. Oh, man, it looks so good. If you wanted to, you could put some more cheese in here. You could put some more heavy cream in here. You can do anything you want to. I think it looks delicious. I may put just a little bit more. I'm going to go ahead and shred up some more cheese. So as I'm waiting on this to thicken up, let's see if you guys have questions for me. I'm going to roll this up to the top of the comments in just 1 second. We're going to take that spaghetti squash out. Let me holler at Ricky and tell him supper's almost ready so he can come wash his hands. He's out there sweating in the backyard working. And I'm just going to leave this to the side so we can just top off our pasta with a little bit of cheddar if we want to, and put just a little tiny bit more in there. A little tiny bit more. And then we'll use the rest to top off. That's my tiny bit. That's my tiny bit, y'all. All right. Oh, man, that's going to be good. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. I've got the heavy cream. I've got the salsa verde. I got the sour cream, the salt and pepper. I got the chicken right over here. Got the cheddar cheese. Guys, that's a wrap. So easy. So let me go ahead and pull this spaghetti squash out. Let me holler at Ricky in the backyard and tell him to come on in. And actually, I want to go ahead and look at the comments. Let me look at the comments, see if you guys have comments for me. And see if you have any questions. Again, if you're new to this page, I would love to know who's new. And if you want getting started tips, put getting started in the comments so I can send them to you. Hey, Lisa. Oh, she made the cheese stuffed sausage with spaghetti squash. Ooh, that sounds really good. Oh, man. 4 months in, feeling terrific. That's awesome, Ruth. So excited for you. Oh, no. Lona, I have 2 girls. My son passed away 3 years ago. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. My sister passed away years ago. She was 16 back in 1999. So I know the heartache of really close family, but never a child. I cannot even imagine. My mom really struggled. My dad struggled, of course. But God is in control, as hard as it is to hear. And I don't even want to talk about it right now because I don't get upset. But just know I'm thinking of you right in this moment. I'm praying for you right in this moment. Let's give her some hearts, guys. Always supportive, always encouraging, always inspirational on this page, period. No negativity. Not sure I still have the getting started tips. Oh, well, I should send them to you again, Shannon. Almost 10,000 steps. You go, Lisa. No cilantro, Sharon says. That's all right. Are you making your own spaghetti squash? I'm making it, Vicky, and I'm fixing to pull it out of the oven and show you guys how easy it is to make. So yummy. I'm enjoying watching you cook. Oh, well, I'm so glad. Shuffle biscuits. Yes. Love it. Making cauliflower potato salad. See, I would love that, but Ricky says no. Ricky is not a cauliflower fan as bad as I hate that. Sherry, you can cut spaghetti squash in half and place it cut downside in the microwave for 15 minutes. Huh. Well, I do microwave it for like 6 minutes just to kind of get it soft. So it's easier to cut and easier to de-seed because you do have to take those seeds out. I'm fixing to show you guys in just a second. All right, I got to the bottom. You guys are awesome. All right, let me holler at Ricky so he can come wash his hands, and I'll be right back. And we're gonna fork out this spaghetti squash so I can show you how easy it is. Okay, y'all ignore my messy kitchen. I had a lot of people over yesterday. We celebrated Haley's birthday and it was so much fun. We had a great time. We cooked, well, I showed you last night. We had steaks and, a salad. That salad bar was amazing. We had everything you can possibly, well, not everything. We had a lot of stuff for that salad and it was delicious. All right, now this is thickened up a little bit. I did turn the stove top off because mine gets really hot really fast. It simmers really quick. But see how thicker it is, how much thicker it is than it was a while ago? If you want to, you can actually put your chicken right into the sauce. I'm actually gonna put my chicken on top of the pasta and then the sauce over the chicken. That's what I'm gonna do. You can do it however you want to, but let's go ahead and pull out the spaghetti squash. Let me get my hot, my little hot things, because it's gonna be hot. And hopefully I'll have enough room right here. I think I will. Oh, it's hot. All right, this is the spaghetti squash. So what I did, guys, is I took the spaghetti squash and I poked holes in it and I put it in the microwave for 6 minutes. And then I took it out and let it cool for a second because it's hot to the touch. I let it cool for a second. I took this big old knife and I cut it in half. And then you have to take the insides, it's gonna be hot. You have to take the insides and de-seed it, kind of like a pumpkin. You gotta take out the pumpkin seeds, so you take out the squash seeds. I'm gonna try to turn it over without burning myself. It's really hot. You can let it cool for a second if you want to. If you want to serve it right away, just turn these babies over and start forking out the insides. Look how pretty that is. Ooh, that looks pretty. Oh, man, that is perfect. So you see, right when you first get started here, I'm gonna hold this up. Ooh, I almost burnt myself like a crazy girl. So when you pull this up, you actually can see on the inside of that, you actually can see some of those noodles starting to pop up. We're gonna take a fork. Y'all are fixing to see it's so super easy. You just take a fork and scrape that right out and you make your pasta. And I have heard about this for all the 5 years I've been eating low carb, but I was just hesitant to try it for some silly reason. I just didn't want to be in the kitchen for a long time, but you don't have to. You just put it in the microwave, pop it in the oven, and go about your business. You don't have to stay in the kitchen, but it makes a delicious meal. So I have been experimenting. I made a spaghetti with marinara and meat sauce. It was delicious. And I made a Cajun chicken Alfredo with the spaghetti squash, and it was fantastic. And today I'm making a chicken Verde. So I'm super excited to try it out. I hear Ricky hollering. You must need me. Hang on one second, guys. Can't wait to check this out. Hang on one second. You holler at me? I thought you hollered at me. All right, get in here, girl. Get in here, girl. Okay, Ricky's coming. Let me get a fork. He's got to wash his hands, but I'm trying to get this sauce hot again because I turned it off. All right, so here we go. I'm gonna move all this mess over. I've got a plate right here. Oh, I'm gonna show you how super simple this is. So we're gonna take the spaghetti squash carefully because my hands this is hot, and we're just going to scrape. And look, I think it'd be beautiful if you like me and Ricky could totally do this tonight. Instead of dirtying plates, we could actually make our dinner inside the shell. Wouldn't that be pretty cool? I think if I ever had dinner guests, that's exactly what I would do. I'd make it look super cool, and I would actually fix the meal inside the shell with the pasta. Woo, it's hot. It is hot, so be careful. You can let it cool off for as long as you want, but you literally are just scraping out the insides to make a beautiful pasta. I'll show it to you in just a second because I'm making a mess. It is hot because I'm not letting it cool. Okay, I'll show it to you in just a second. Let me go ahead and scrape it. All the way around it, the insides all the way to the shell. Like I scrape this baby until it is nothing but shell left. Oh, gosh, it's hot. I guess I could do this. That'd be smart, wouldn't it? Sometimes I'm not that smart. I'm sure all of you are like, Amy, put something in there. Quit holding it. All right, I'm going to do this side. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look how beautiful it is. I'm telling you, it makes the most awesome pasta. And the great thing about this is I've learned, like, Ricky doesn't like cauliflower. And with cauliflower, if it's seasoned right, it tastes good. But this tastes just like you cook. I mean, it tastes just like whatever you season it. You don't even have to try hard. Like, it's so good. Let me pick it up and show it to you. So you'll see the insides now are just full of pasta. All right, so let me do this. All right, that's taking too long. All right, let me do this one. Ooh, man. We're gonna take this right onto the plate. This is our pasta. And then I'm gonna add the chicken next. Now, that chicken is cooled off. That chicken's been sitting here. It's been cooked and cooled. So what we're gonna do is take that chicken, put it right on top of the pasta, and then we're gonna put that hot sauce over the top of it. Ricky's fixing to wash his hands. Ricky's gonna be like, Lord of mercy, we're having spaghetti squash again. Like, I love to, once I find something I like, I love to play around with it. All right, that's a whole spaghetti, that's a whole half of a spaghetti squash. That's a lot, right? Perfect amount for a growing man. All right, and now we're gonna put our chicken over the top. The sauce is getting big. We put our chicken over the top. This is for me and Ricky, I can touch it. Oh, yes. And I just seasoned that chicken with some salt and pepper. Ricky's a growing man now. He loves his chicken. And now we're going to pour over the sauce. And here we go. This is going to be Ricky's plate, and it looks fantastic. And remember, I got that slotted spoon for some silly reason. I didn't change it out because I don't like cleaning. Ooh, man, that looks yummy. And I'll let Ricky put on some cheddar cheese if he would like. That'll be his choice. Actually, I know he'll like a little bit. Look how pretty that is, y'all. I mean, chicken verde. Let me put a little bit of cheddar on there for him. Served and ready for my hubby. Isn't that looking good, y'all? I'm so excited. I can't wait to try it myself. All right, guys, I'm going to jump off so I can start cleaning and fixing my own plate. I hope you have an awesome night. If I can help you with anything, make sure you reach out to me. And I will definitely make sure you guys get the getting started tips of those who asked for it. I saw it was a cooking over there. I saw it was a cooking. I tried to turn it off again. All right, guys, I got to go. Talk to you later. Bye.